well. Hey Joyce, so good to see you. Good morning. Hi Sandeep, nice to see you too. Thank you so much. Hey, big hi to you. Looking forward to speak to you the next week. Thank you so much. Hello from England. Hey, we are waiting for Vismaya to join in. She's a guest speaker for today. She is a gratitude goddess, and tomorrow we are having the gratitude day. Joyce, absolutely so excited. Thank you so much. Happy 3rd year anniversary. Thank you so much. And yes, my guest is Michele Vismaya Rubin, gratitude, living with gratitude today. Hi Sujal, so good to see you. Hey Vismaya, there is Vismaya. Let me give her a shout out and add her on. She's gonna join Vismaya. Yay. Hey Sandeep, thank you so much. Thank you for the wishes. Jai Shri Krishna. There she's coming in on the screen. And tomorrow for the gratitude day, there are 3 goddesses, not just one. So Michele Vismaya Rubin is one, the other is Dawn, and the third is me. So the 3 goddesses are bringing in gratitude in
Hello.
Hey, so good to see you, Vismaya. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's
Thank you
a
for
pleasure.
having me. Give me one
Absolutely.
second. I'm playing with my phone to see if I can get the thing to
Sure.
hold it.
Take your time. Surely. Thank you. Hey, Aya,
You're
so
welcome.
good to see you. You love your goddesses. Thank you. We're all absolutely excited for today's show as well as for tomorrow. Hey, Peggy Lee Hansen, so good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. And I'm so glad to see you all on video too. It's amazing to just connect over Facebook from all over the world, and it's so exciting. So let me just give a little brief on what we're going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow is a Zoom free live event with 3 goddesses, that is Vismaya, myself, and Dawn Rainier. So happy to see you. Thank you so much. My ankle is little better. I wouldn't say much better. So just healing, and with all the gratitude and the love and affection from all of you, it's going to heal faster. Okay,
I
sure,
see I
Peggy
see
Lee,
a
no problem.
I see a bunch of people on here that I know as well. I see Peggy Lee, I see Jesse, I see
Yes.
Brian. This is pretty
Uh-huh.
exciting for a Thursday morning.
Exciting, absolutely. Hey, Jesse, thank you so much for joining. So before I start the recording, so we are going live here on Dynamic Growth with Gratitude on my page, business page, as well as on my personal page, Geetha Krishnan. Michele Vismaya Rubin. So this is my radio show, Gratitude Radio. And today we are supporting Gratitude Day, which is going to happen tomorrow with 3 goddesses on Zoom. It's a free live event. We have posted the link on this page as well. Please do register. It's a free event. All you need to do is register. And we're going to talk a lot about gratitude and how gratitude is helpful in each and everyone's lives. Michele, I think I lost you. Can you come back again? Let me see. Hopefully she'll be back again. So let me share a little more on so much, Sandeep. It's healing. I think it'll take time for us, isn't it? I'm sure it'll be okay soon. All of yours blessings. Thank you so much. I don't know what happened to Michele. So Gratitude Radio and Dynamic Growth with Gratitude radio show started off with the intention of bringing gratitude to each and every one of us in the most beautiful way. So Michele, I cannot see you on camera. If you could, okay, I think now you are, if you could just go outside and come back in, maybe the camera will be back. Let me see. Wait for a second. Just wait for a second. It seems to be coming up. And that was the intention with gratitude. I'm a corporate trainer, gratitude leadership coach, international best-selling author, and certified international speaker. So as a gratitude speaker, I do a lot of work in the corporate sector, in the training sector. I've been training for the last 14 years and have trained more than 20,000 people and continuing to do a lot more. So the intention with gratitude leadership is how we can bring in appreciation and gratitude in the the atmosphere, the corporate atmosphere, where many times we see a lot more people. There's a lot of turnover. There's employee turnover. People are not very happy in their jobs, and bringing in more appreciation for what they're doing, how they're doing, and making them feel like family, especially for employees, especially for CEOs. We train them, we support them, the employees, to understand themselves and their peers in a better way, appreciate themselves, appreciate their own intention of working, why they are there, what is their why, identifying that. And that really helps in bringing about more appreciation for themselves and people around them. So gratitude leadership is all about intentional giving and receiving. And today I have Vismaya Rubin, and she is an amazing person. She has this beautiful website, Living in Gratitude Today, and I don't know why it's not coming up, Vismaya. Let's try again, if you could. Yes, there she is. There she is. Because I want to talk about you, looking at you. That's something which makes so much of an impact. Thank you so much.
I was trying to share it and I got bumped off trying to share it. I was trying to share it on the Living in Gratitude Today page.
Perfect, perfect. So right now you're listening live to my talk with Vismaya. This is a live gratitude radio show, and please do mention if you're listening live, do mention it's live you're listening to, and when you're listening to the replay, please do mention that you're listening to the replay. It would be a great support for all of us, and thank you so much for letting us know. And there, our goddess is back. Absolutely.
Yay.
Thank you so much, Sana. Thank you, Joyce, for calling in on so many of our friends. Thank you so much. Jennifer, hey, Gabrielle, so good to see you all. And we are here to support Gratitude Radio, as well as to support our Zoom event tomorrow on Gratitude Day. Tomorrow is a big day. We're all gratitude goddesses. And here is Michele Vismaya Rubin, who has a wonderful, wonderful website, Gratitude, Living in Gratitude Today. And if you want to register for the Zoom event tomorrow, it's Purple Dawn. We have the I Am Purple Dawn. Miss Vismaya, if you could just share the link once again.
It's iampurpledawn.com/world-gratitude-day. And the important thing is that you must register for the Zoom call. It's free. Even if you're not able to listen to the call when we're live, make sure that you register so that way we can send you the replay. And if you listen to it live, you're more than welcome to listen to the replay, but we need to get you to register. That way we know how many people are coming, and register so we can send you the link.
Absolutely. And that's one shout out we want to give. Just start off with our little bit of selling skills. And furthermore, we are going to talk about Vismaya, our gratitude coach for today, our gratitude inspiration for today. Vismaya was a school teacher, just recently retired from teaching to middle schoolers and high schoolers. She has high schoolers precisely. So she has brought in so much energy through gratitude in their lives, and I'm sure she would want to share more on that and how she moved towards building her business as a gratitude coach and as a person who has brought gratitude in her lives, and why did she do that. Let's talk to her more on that. And we'll also be bringing in Dawn, if she is able to join us at some point whenever she can, and have her perspective. And tomorrow again is our Zoom gratitude live event, which is going to happen. It's on the Gratitude Day tomorrow. So I encourage everybody to visit Purple Dawn website and register for our event for tomorrow. So Vismaya, please share your take. What is your personal story? What is your personal gratitude that really brought so much, not only into your lives, but everybody around you? So please, we're waiting to hear from you.
So I think my whole life, I've always thought I was really lucky because I had experiences that most people don't necessarily get to have. And I've been very blessed or very lucky. And then somehow, I guess the word from lucky or blessed shifted to gratitude. And that's the word I think that resonates with me the most, is because I've had, like I said, I've had experiences that don't happen to a lot of people, even in the midst of all the craziness that goes on. And I think one of my best gifts, or one of the best things that I've learned for myself, is how do I find the gifts that I receive in the middle of the craziness? You know, when somebody's dying, how do you see the moments that still make you say, wow, the world is really great. People are really wonderful. You know, there's kindness, there's love. And the more I practiced that, or the more I paid attention to those things, the more I started to see. And I think that's what was really important when I was working with kids, is getting them to realize, because my kids were from the, lower socioeconomic background. Some of them had a little craziness in their homes, but how do I get them to see what works in their life without changing anything? And really the only thing that shifted was their perspective. And it was amazing to see what would happen, within the 10 months that they were in my classroom, to see how they shifted. And you talked to some of them, last year, not last year, the year before. You got to hear the excitement in their voice, that the opportunities that opened up for them just because they changed their perspective of how they see their life. And I think that's key. We can be sad. A quote I heard the other day that has really stuck with me is that pain is inevitable, suffering is a choice. We're all going to deal with sadness. We're all going to deal with loss, but how do we deal with it? And it's okay to be sad, and it's okay to be frustrated, but do we need to suffer? And I think that's one of the things I've learned through my gratitude practice, is that I don't have to suffer. And I have to sometimes remind myself of that, because I go, I'm human. I go through my own things too.
Very true. Absolutely. And everybody has their own skeletons in their closets, and it's how we deal with them. As you rightly said, suffering, pain is inevitable, but suffering is a choice. And definitely how we go about working towards that is something so important. And I see that every day, day in and day out, as you rightly said, not only in and around me, but in offices, in work atmospheres, in corporates, when I do the trainings, it's day in and day out. There's so much stress, so much pressure, but how we deal with that is something that is more important. Stress and pressure is bound to be there to each and every one of us. It's not something that you just remove and throw it out. It's going to be there, but how we combat it. If something that really resonated with me was that people, many a times, especially here, we tend to talk a lot about stress management. But why do we even need to manage stress? That's my take. It's basically, when you think that it is stress, that's when it becomes stress, isn't it? So there is no need to you manage things which are important to you. Is stress important to you?
You're right. I like the way you think. It reminds me of, and I don't know if you remember this, last year when I had my World Gratitude Summit. That was the week-long event. You were one of my guests, and I remember that your son got sick, and we were trying to get you on the Zoom call or on the call, and we couldn't get you on. And I thought it was remarkable that in the middle of the craziness, you were at the doctor's office waiting for your son to go see the doctor. You still jumped on the call. You still were able to, have a conversation with us about gratitude. And I thought that was really powerful, because again, that was a stressful moment. Your child was sick. You had to get to the doctor. The connections weren't so great, but you still found a way, and you still managed to jump in, because that was important to you, having that conversation about gratitude versus, calling that a stressful situation. I, on the other hand, was a little bit of a nervous wreck, but at the end of the day, I was like, oh my God, do you realize what just happened? So I think that was pretty powerful.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you to share that, because that was some moment, because my son was, I think, over 102 in temperature, and I didn't have, I was very stressful at that moment, and in spite
and
of
you had
that,
just moved, so I don't even think you knew where to take him. It was a lot of craziness.
A lot of craziness.
But again, the point is that you didn't focus on that. You managed to do what you had to do, and you focused on what was important, and that was sharing your message of gratitude to the world. So
thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And it was a learning curve. It's always a learning curve for us. We do make choices. At times they may be right, at times they may be difficult, they may be easy, but at the same time the choices make us. And as you rightly said, pain, and I'm kind of stuck to that quote right now, because it's pain is something that is inevitable, but the sufferings or the choices that we make is our choice. And that's what, and thank you so much for bringing that to light, because it definitely made a lot of difference to me today. And thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Exactly. Thank you. That's something that they see a day in and day out at workplaces, because there are mothers who leave their children at home with daycare, babysitters, or they have their children in daycare centers, and there's a call from there. All of a sudden, they have to rush out. At times, it may or may not be possible for them to do that. My son is much older now. He is in college, but he's just gone into college. But then when he was little, obviously, you go through all these things. And I remember one such time when I had a very important client, and I was literally following up with that client for months, and I had this meeting. And it was scheduled for tomorrow. And all of a sudden, in the evening, my son comes in and he tells me, "Mom, I won this prize, and I'm kind of being felicitated tomorrow at the annual event." And it was out of the blue. And in the evening, I got to understand about that. And the next day, I had this client meeting, which I just couldn't miss. But then at that moment, my motherly instinct, or something that told me, was I had to be there for my son. And I called up the client place, and I let them know that this is a situation. It's not that I'm doing it on purpose, but this is what happened, and I want to be there with my son at the event and cheer him and see him receive that prize, because that memory is going to be there with me for a lifetime. I don't want to miss that,
And
and
with
I want
him.
to capture it in my camera. Absolutely. So I just shared that with them and let them know I understand that it's been a really long time. I've been following up, and you've been kind enough to give me this opportunity, but I will not be able to be there tomorrow. But if you can reschedule it for me. And believe it or not, they rescheduled the appointment for me. And I could meet the client as well as I was there present at my son's event. So if I hadn't taken that choice, didn't had taken that opportunity of sharing my thoughts, letting them know that what is important for me, what is the priority at that moment. Because many times, sometimes it works, sometimes it may not.
Right.
At some it does, but it should be okay with us if it doesn't work. So all the time, and we should be grateful that we did give that effort to that. We did make a positive workforce towards what we wanted to do.
I think that's also
Absolutely.
something, that I've been hearing a lot. That's the voice in my head is just ask, and that's also been part of my practice recently. It's just ask. And you don't know the answer until you ask. You can guarantee a no unless you ask the question. And I think that is also, that's been driving me lately, because I'm working on this gratitude journal, and I've been, inviting business owners to participate, and it's been very powerful, because I've called people who I didn't even think would be remotely interested, and they were like, "Oh my God, thank you." And again, it just reiterates, just ask, like you said, because you don't know the situation. You don't know what people are thinking. And I think often we always say, "Oh, we know what they're thinking. We already know the answer." No, you don't. So I love that. Just ask.
Just ask. Absolutely. Let me give a shout out to everybody who is there watching us right now on the show. Thank you so much. And they're sharing comments, and I truly appreciate you. Yes, Sandeep, Mamta. Mamta is the affection. I'm sure it's why you have heard that when you were in India traveling. It's the affection that a mother has for the child. So that's Mamta.
Mamta?
And Mamta, yes, Mamta.
Okay.
It's a Hindi word. It's an Indian Hindi word. It's also a Sanskrit word, and it's the affection that the mother has for the child. And what is life without making a memory? Thank you so much, Sandeep. And let me give a shout out to all of you, and thank you so much for listening. You're listening to us live here, to my guest, Vismaya Rubin, and to me, Geetha Krishnan. And we are also please mention that you're listening to us live. And if you're listening to the replay, please mention you're listening to the replay, and connect with us on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and join us on our event tomorrow, Zoom event it's a free live event on I'mPurpleDawn.com / gratitude -day, right?
No, for
Can you
it's
please check that?
yeah, sure. I am. Can you type it in the comments? I am.
Yes, it's there. I've already typed it
Okay,
before.
perfect. I am purpledawn.com / world dash gratitude dash day.
Perfect. So it's / world gratitude day. I'mPurpleDawn.com / world dash why do I
Gratitude dash day.
gratitude dash day, world dash gratitude dash day. So I need to keep repeating that. So that's repetition for memory. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, Vismaya, for sharing that. And Yvonne, Geetha, so important to have our values and let others know what they are. They'll either respect you or reject you, but you stay true to who you are. Absolutely right, Yvonne. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I'm so honored that all of you are listening to us and sharing your thoughts. Please do share your gratitudes. Hi, Prasad. Thank you so much for watching us. He's joining us from India. He's my neighbor in India. Uh, Hi, Nonash. Hi, Allison. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Hi, Musarat. Hi, all of you. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you, Roxana.
I know this
Thank
is
you all. Joyce,
exciting. We got
it's
people all over
exciting,
the
isn't
world,
it?
all
It's
over the
fun.
country. I saw my friend Tisha. I
Absolutely.
see Tanya. I see Allison, Hadi, Catherine, Yvonne. This is pretty exciting.
This
Thanks,
is
guys, for
cool.
joining. We
This is
really
cool.
appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you so much, Gabrielle. Good morning, and thank you so much. We're all wonderful gratitudes. From Joyce White Nelson is my mentor. She's an amazing, amazing
She's
person,
lovely.
and she has her group, Daily Gratitude Action. You must be aware of that, Vismaya. And we're all gratitudes, right? So that's the power of the gratitude, and tomorrow the gratitude day. So please share more on how did you bring about gratitude in your life. There was I remember we shared about that, and this the personal touch to that. So we want to share the story to help and support many more of us.
You know, I think I really became cognizant of the fact that I had something going. The idea came to me in 2011, but I think around 2013 is when the whole concept or the whole idea of how powerful being grateful is really hit home for me. Valentine's Day, my dad had part of his lung removed from cancer. 2 days later, my cousin's husband was killed. 3 weeks after that, my mother had a stroke. 3 weeks after that, my aunt had gone into the hospital, and I knew this was it. And through this time, I mean, I was absolutely devastated. There was a lot of grief. There was a lot of sadness. But what kept coming up for me is in the midst of the sadness, you know, I was able to find these little delicious moments to go, wow, I'm really grateful. You know, my cousin called me on Saturday. On Sunday, I was on a plane to Atlanta. I was able to be of service to her. I was able to be there and do things that, you know, sweep the floor. And it doesn't sound like a big deal, but when you have a house full of people coming, and just be of service to the people that I love, and grateful that I had the time. My boss said to me, take whatever you need. I had the time off. I was able to go. I was able to jump on a plane. I had a credit card. You know, I could afford to go for a last minute trip. So all these little things started to show up, and I was really focused on, wow, you know, and I kept feeling it, almost like a feeling in my stomach, like, here it is again, here it is again. And it was all these little tiny moments of gratitude that I was able to pay attention to. And that became my focus, you know. And then there was when my aunt was in the hospital, I remember she had kicked everybody out of the hospital room, her son, her former daughter-in-law, her husband of 40 years. And she said to me, stay. And I'm thinking to myself, okay. So I stayed, and she says, I need you to help me with my bedpan. And in my head, I couldn't wrap my brain around it, because I understand not wanting her husband necessarily to help her, but she was very close with her former daughter-in-law. And I said, why is she asking me and not her? So I did what I needed to do. I helped her do her thing. And when I got in my car that night, I had a 40-minute drive home. And what I realized at that moment was that she had given me a gift. And I had to pull my car over because I was in tears. I was so grateful that I was able to see that was a gift, and it wasn't, you know, I wasn't pondering why. I was able to see what she said to me without saying it is, I trust you and thank you. You know, thank you for doing something for me that I need to have done with dignity and treating me with dignity. And that was really powerful. So I knew at that moment that I was onto something. And then throughout that, 6-month period, life was really a little crazy. You know, everybody was in and out of the hospital, but the focus was on what's working, what gifts are we receiving, what are the little magical moments in the middle of all the craziness. And that's what became my focus. And that's really what shifted my whole thought pattern about, yes, I'm in pain. Yes, I'm sad. But instead of constantly focusing on that, and please understand, I did cry, I did scream, I did ask why this isn't fair, but it was still those moments that really got me to the next level, that got me to another place, that really shifted my entire way of thinking. And I think I had always had that ability, but I really became cognizant of it. And that was the power. And that was part of the shift from going into, from being a teacher to now being a full-time business owner and entrepreneur and speaker, because that's my gift, is to share with people, how do I find those juicy moments in the middle of literally the crap. Excuse me for saying that, but that's what's so.
Beautiful. That is so powerful, Vismaya. It was so powerful. Absolutely. And you actually gathered all the goodness in spite of having to go through such difficult moments. And exactly, that's what living in gratitude is all about. And that's what being in the continuous flow of gratitude is all about. Being every moment, being present, being in the moment, and enjoying that special moment, because this moment is not going to come back again for us. We think that we are always 20 years old, and that's the most beautiful gift that we can give ourselves, because that gives us the opportunity to live more, another 40 years or 60 years or 80 years. And that's the magic, isn't it? Every second, if we can just relish the moment, just like we love our coffee, or just like we love our ice cream, or just like how we love talking to each other, interacting each other, what more can we gather? And this is the gift that we want to share with you all tomorrow, even more, because there's going to be Dawn as well, and she is an ex-rocket scientist, and you can
that just
actually
blows me away.
That blows my mind. Absolutely. Oh my God. This is touche, Vismaya. We said the same words at the same time.
Yeah, because, you look at this woman, when she first said that, I thought she was joking. Somebody says, she had a shirt on that says, I'm a rocket scientist. And I was like, that's funny. That's cute. But really, for me, the power, and I've shared this with you before, is that here you have a woman who is so scientific, like science background. She's a rocket scientist. And she left that world behind, and she has shifted her whole world into a world of teaching people and coaching people about gratitude. There is science behind gratitude. There is so much power behind it. And every time I hear that, it just tickles me that our friend is a former science rocket scientist. English is my first language, everywhere. Believe it or not.
I know you're a teacher. But that's what emotions bring about in us. It's what the heart speaks. It's what we connect right from the heart. That's why we call ourselves heart-centered, because we connect from the heart. And I'm a corporate person. I interact with people in the corporate world day in and day out, and it's always considered as woo-woo. But yet still, when we talk about work, we talk about family. It's not that you can separate work and family, which people tend to do, and it's absolutely, why do we work? We work for our family, we work for our relationships, we work for our emotions, to sustain those emotions. That's why we work. And why not bring about those fun elements to work as well, the aptitude or the attitude of gratitude to workplace, which really helps us to be more compassionate, to be more understanding, to be more empathetic towards people around you. This person who's suffering from cancer, you just don't go and give them, okay, do all these things, A, B, C, D, E, and just talk to them in that way. as a way of approaching a person who is suffering from an illness and understanding them and then relating to how we can go about doing the work. So everything brings so much of abundance. The way we carry ourselves, the more we walk together, we walk with abundance. We don't come from a place of lack, but we come from a place of abundance where we want to support rather than pulling ourselves away from that. The team wants to be there for you as opposed to have to be there for you. So that it makes so much more sense when we speak from that perspective.
And it reminds me of something our friend Burge always says: what you focus on expands. When you focus on the good stuff, you get more of the good stuff. When you focus on the less than delicious stuff, that's what you get. Focus on what works. Focus. And again, it's not about ignoring the other stuff, because we have to address it. But it's about, oh my God, everything went well, but the but. And I think that what you focus on expands. I did a Facebook Live yesterday, and my 8-year-old nephew jumped on, and I had shared something that I
saw that.
Did you see? I mean, and we didn't practice. We didn't talk about it. I said, Jacob, I'm going to do a Facebook Live. He goes, I want to come. I said, okay. So he sat with me and he heard what I was saying, and he says, I have a story to share. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea what was coming out of this child's mouth. And he shared a story about, his teacher put up a paragraph that had like 50 words in it, and there were 2 mistakes. And, everybody was focusing on the mistakes. And the teacher says, well, there's 48 other words. Why are you only looking at the things that are not working? And I thought that was so poignant. Like, how often do we, talk about something that went really well, and then next thing, but this happened, and but. And sometimes, that's a reminder for me as well. Focus on what worked. Focus on the stuff that was positive. And I thought that was really powerful coming from the mouth of an 8-year-old, because when I said to him, I said, what's the lesson? That's what he was able to articulate. He was able to share with me that the lesson is that focus on the good stuff, So
that was powerful, absolutely, and coming from an 8-year-old. And that's the change that we want to bring about, because the more we at least attune our children to the essence of the gratitude. How can they be more grateful to all that they have right now? Because these days, children, they have so much more than kids when we were growing up we had, or even before that. So the past generations had much lesser than what we have today, but yet still they were a lot more happier. That there was lot more happiness around them. They were a lot more satisfied, and we tend to miss out on, that's what I see in growing generation. But then it's coming back. It's slowly coming back. Even the millennials are more, when they work, want to take jobs, they look for organizations which are more supportive, which are more, cause oriented, and that's really very welcoming for me as a person to see that. So that's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that, Michele Vismaya. Sorry, and all of you. I just want to give a shout out to everybody who is there on the show right now, and please share your gratitudes too, and let us know your thoughts, and invite you to all of you to join us tomorrow on our Zoom free live event at just go to iampurpledawn.com/World Gratitude Day.
World Gratitude Day.
Yes. And and Yvonne has something wonderful to share. Essential way to live. Joyce mentioned something, and she's probably sharing it with all of us. Yes, absolutely. When we recognize and appreciate the experiences we have and are grateful for the learning, it changes our perspective in how we live our lives. Absolutely. Gratitude first of all to my Heavenly Father. Gratitude for people in my life like you, Geetha, Peggy Lee Hansen, and Michele Vismaya, and many others. And she has to run, but then she wanted to share her gratitude. Yvonne, thank you so much. We love you. Big, big hug to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Adam, hey, Adam, so good to see you.
Hi,
and
Adam.
Focus as well. Hi, Adam. Thank you so much. Judy. Hey, Judy. Thank you so much for watching us, my lady.
One of our Tallahassee sisters.
She's another WPN sister, and also a gratitude persona. Thank you so much, Judy. She was on my show as well, and all of you have been on my radio show prior. So this is so exciting for
I see
me.
my friend Makey, who just had a baby, who's on, so I'm sure she's grateful for that beautiful little bundle of joy.
Oh,
And my
big,
friend Rhoda's on.
huh? That's wonderful. Sandeep shares, I love my mom. That's so wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing the gratitude on our show, Sandeep. Thank you so much. And he had a question for you. It's all about making memories and dangerous minds, Michele Vismaya. So they're talking about the younger group, right? The high schoolers.
You know, for
Something.
them it was actually really powerful because the beginning of the year, and I get asked a lot, why don't I go speak to high school kids more often? And I think, and for me, what it is that in order for them to really get the concept, I would need to be there on a regular basis, drilling that into their head, reminding them, hey, did you practice, did you write your gratitude list today? Hey, did anything happen? Sharing with them my own experiences, because I think, so often we go in and think a one-time conversation is going to make it work. And my students heard me talk about gratitude from the first day they walked into my classroom to the day they left. And in the beginning, they thought it was ridiculous. They thought I had lost my mind. They weren't keeping a gratitude chart. They had nothing to be grateful for. Their life is miserable. But it was the constant sharing of my own personal stories of, hey, this is what happened to me, and this is how I found this moment of gratitude. I woke up today and I saw this amazing rainbow. How many of you saw it? And really getting them to look and to see their own world in a different way was the power. And
Absolutely.
the constant reminder, like I said, the constant conversation. And you heard my students last year, they really shared how their life changed. And again, the only thing that changed was their perspective. They still lived in the same house. They still had the same parents. They still went to the same school. They still had the same teachers, but they were able to recognize and see the joy in their own life. And some of them, they shared, I spend time with my family. I never realized it. Some of them had the realization that if I don't feel good, I get to go out and do something different for somebody else, or I get to make a difference for somebody. So it was really, really a powerful conversation. So thanks for bringing that up. Who I don't remember who brought that up, that conversation. Sanjay?
That was, yes, indeed. That was awesome. And I remember the conversation that we had on my show, and it was so powerful. And especially a lot of them were from difficult backgrounds, and they had at times yellings and shoutings at their homes, and how they changed their perspective and made even their parents realize that. So that was even more powerful, because not just you knowing about it, but then sitting and taking care of actually writing down the gratitude list and the chart that you had created for them, and following that, I could see the marked difference from what they believed prior to how it changed their perspective to what they were feeling for gratitude, and for their family and for their co-worker, co-students, and the teams that they were interacting with. So that was really, really powerful. Hope we can create another atmosphere, maybe on Facebook Live once again, and bring in, even if they are our own relatives or are the children around. Because I have done gratitude shows with the youngsters who brought in such powerful thought processes. It was very recently, Helena and her son were there. And her son is suffering from cancer, and he's lost his one of his foot, which has an extension. But you should see the gratitude that he has. That he has gratitude for. He can go to school. He can go. He's with his mom, and he is able to walk. So, in spite of having difficulties, you still look and find the goodness, and that's what it's all about. Today, I'm not able to walk as much as I'm a marathon runner, so I'm not able to walk for 10 minutes without pain. So that's totally uh, something that really bothers me to no extent. Yes, but at the same time, I'm looking for gratitude in that, because I'm able to spend more time with my family. I'm able to be there around them. Not only that, I'm able to take care of certain things in spite of having that. I'm able to talk to you all on the show. I don't have to walk to talk to you all. on the show. So all
Absolutely.
these, absolutely. So we're doing our live Zoom event tomorrow, which is going to be rocking and bring more gratitude to many more people all over the world. There's so many registrations already and intend to and inspire, want to bring in more people to feel that gratitude, whatever it is that we have for ourselves and for our people, for our family. Just let's bring it. And Gabrielle wants to share the best way to give love is to love yourself. Absolutely, absolutely. I totally agree with you 100%, Gabrielle.
And that's,
Giving,
and sorry, but that was,
yeah,
yesterday was Yom Kippur, and the Day of Atonement for Jewish people. It ended a 10-day of really taking a look at ourselves, and self-love and joy was really part of that conversation yesterday in synagogue. And it was about, recognizing the characteristics in yourself, paying attention to what you do well, paying attention to joy. And because when you are joyful, it takes you out of the darkness. And it was really interesting because that's another theme that's been going on lately that I've been hearing. So I love that comment. Focus on the
beautiful.
joy, pay attention to the joy, be able to answer the question, what are your best characteristics?
Yes, indeed, indeed. It makes so much of a difference. Aya's shares for us gratitude's angels. Oh, thank you. So akin to Charlie's Angels, the former makes you thankful and the latter makes you sorrowful. But yes, exactly. So it's basically if we think that we want to be positive, we can be positive. It's all in our thoughts. In fact, everything germinates in our minds, isn't it? If this is possible, it's possible. Nothing is impossible. This I'm possible, even in impossible. So that's what we are looking towards to. And Pankaj, thank you so much for the laughter and thank you for the hello. He's joining us from Pune, in
I was
India. You have been to
there.
Pune.
I spent a
Yes.
month in Pune.
Wonderful. And you were at the ashram as well, right? So
Yes, that's where I got
that
the
is
name
amazing.
Vismaya
Mm-hmm. There you go. That's wonderful, isn't it?
20
So you
years
have a
ago.
Pune accent talking to you. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's so amazing. Really powerful. Thank you so much, Vismaya. This has been such a wonderful conversation today, and we need to keep talking more. Let's share a little more on what you do with gratitude, living with gratitude today. And if you want to share a little more on, I know that the t-shirt that you're wearing is something that's available
Yay.
on the website. Grateful t-shirt. So please share a little more, and then we'll give a shout out again for our Zoom call.
Okay, perfect. So right now, my main project I'm working on is a gratitude journal. And the idea is that it's going to be a hard journal for people to actually hold in their hand, use. And there's three parts to it. One, people get to write down their gratitude wins every day. So what worked for them after they take inventory. There's going to
Mhm.
be some action steps on how to create these moments of gratitude. Like, what can I do right now in my life? Because I don't know if you hear this often, but people say to me, I want to start a gratitude practice, but I don't know where to begin. I don't have anything.
Exactly.
They're overwhelmed in their own stuff that they don't know how to kind of step outside of it and take inventory of what's working. So with these gratitude action steps, these moments of gratitude, they're able to do something. And it may be turn the music on and dance like a wild man or woman, like nobody's watching, and feel the music and play, or go outside and walk barefoot, ground yourself. So they give you these moments so that by the end of the day, they're able to stop and take a look at their life and go, you know what, today I did have a moment of gratitude. Today I did have something that I could write down. And then the last part is it's for business owners to really gain exposure, because I've invited 52 business owners. I still have a few spots left. And the business owner is going to really share with the person using the gratitude journal, what is the pain point that they solve? What is it that they give to the world? And then they're going to share a link to their opt-in. So now the person who's using the journal has 52 gifts from
Mm.
different business owners throughout the country, I actually have throughout the world. And they're able to share with people what gifts, what pain points they solve. And now they get a gift from the business owner. So now the business owner has an opportunity to dance and to play with some new people in their community.
That's
So if you're
wonderful.
interested
That's
in
wonderful.
learning more, info@livingingratitudetoday.com.
Perfect. Perfect. That is wonderful, Vismaya. You're doing a beautiful, amazing job by bringing in so much of gratitude in everybody you touch, in every life you touch. And
Thank
we
you.
are all so honored to have you here. And send me an invite, please. Okay. Who's sharing that for us? Yes, surely. It's there right on top, and we'll share it again. If you can just share the link below, Vismaya, in the comments.
Okay.
I'm purpledawn.com / world gratitude day. See?
Yay! I'm gonna put it in right
Yay.
now.
Yeah, please do post the invite. Thank you so much for all the likes and wonderful comments. And Vismaya is our gratitude goddess. The three of us are going to bring in an amazing event tomorrow on World Gratitude Day. I encourage all of you to join us. You just need to register, nothing else. It's a free live event. It's going to be tomorrow at 12 to 1 EST. So that would be 11 to 12 CST, and India time would be 9:30 p.m. IST. So 9:30, yes, 9:30 p.m. IST. So do join us, and it's gonna be a rocking event, because all three of us are amazing people, true goddesses, who believe that gratitude is a wonderful, beautiful tool that all of us can use. It's something that is available to you, and it's all there inside you. We are there to ignite, support, and create that revolution inside of you. So thank you so much, Vismaya, for
Thank
the
you.
beautiful, beautiful show today, and everybody who's made it possible. We've had so many of us today joining us. It's just so overwhelming. It's so amazing to be part of this coffee talk that I do every Thursday, and I am so blessed. I feel so grateful just
Yay.
to be able to be there and talk to each one of you. Thank you so much.
I just want to add, though, Geetha, that I would highly recommend get the Zoom app if you have an iPhone, or if I'm not sure if you can do it on the computer. Actually, you can do it on the computer. Get the Zoom app, because it makes it a lot easier and a lot faster to join. All you have to do is click the link that we share with you. And it's a free app. You get it, you share. And it's live, so it's kind of cool. We get to see you. We get to see your comments as they're going on. And it's going to be a rockin' day.
Absolutely. And we are going live. This is live a show right now, so please do share. If you're watching us live, just to mention live, and if you're watching the replay, do mention the replay. And do connect with us. I'm here, Geetha Krishnan, and this is Vismaya Rubin. She is also there live on Facebook. My business page is Dynamic Growth with Gratitude. Geetha Krishnan Speaks, Dynamic Growth with Gratitude, and you can connect with me on LinkedIn as well as Geetha Krishnan, and Twitter and Instagram as Geetha K Speaks. So it's all about how we can bring gratitude more to light, and that's what our Zoom show tomorrow is all about. So please do join us. It's a free live event. Once again, wanted to shout out. And if you want to know more about our programs, you can reach out to us personally. Just we are a phone call away. So thank you so much for connecting. Join us, and you can reach Vismaya at info@livingingratitudefortoday.com, right?
Living in Gratitude Today. I'll put that down. Info@livingingratitudetoday.com. Yeah.
Info@livingingratitudetoday.com.
Yes.
And if you want to reach me, you can reach me at Geetha Krishnan Inspires @outlook.com. Thank you all once again. Looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow at our live event. And Vismaya, I'm so looking forward to tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Me too. See you all. Please make sure you register, register.
Hey, Donna. Thank you so much, all of you, for watching us and looking forward to register. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Vismaya. Thank you.
Thank you. Talk to you tomorrow, Geetha. Have a great day, everybody.
You too. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye, everyone. Thank you.